All right, you're welcome back to Good Afternoon, Ghana. My name is Ania Fompof. We're still having another, second part. We're spending the next 10 minutes with the traders, people who are concerned or hit by the news of whether or not we're going to ban products or we're going to import them or we're going to, what exactly, the Minister for Trade was trying to do as far as we're concerned. We know that it hits the knack in Parliament. And so let's see how, that will also go going forward. Nana OPOKU is a General Secretary for Traders Advocacy Group, Ghana, and he's with me in the studio. You're welcome, sir. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
Apologies for the earlier message.
It's all good.
Right.
It's all good.
So what's the issue you have with the new LI that was introduced by the minister?
Sincerely speaking, we don't have issue with introducing a new LI. But the content of the LI is where the problem is. Because when the government on the day says that this is how far I want to go, how can we, be a stamping block for the government?
Yeah.
But we must have to make sure that the right things are done in the LI. We petition Parliament, all the committees that supervise anything LI into being, to take our objection in the LI to consideration. And the minister himself actually admitted some of the areas are too gray and need to be more, we need to do more consultations on it. And after pursuing them with a lot of petitions and so forth, I think it has been suspended partially for the minister to come back to the drawing board so that we all sit down and couch the thing very well.
I get the sense that you were not consulted, even when the LI was being developed.
You see, consultation comes in so many diverse ways. Yeah. But officially, some of the consultations were not done properly. And I think now Parliament, has referred the whole thing back to the minister to take a second look and consult enough.
What were your issues in the LI?
For Traders Advocacy Group Ghana, our issues were very simple. The powers given to the minister to
permit or decide.
Yeah, permit traders to import or not to import were too much in the LI.
In the LI.
And we suggested that the powers be given to the committee. And then secondly, the formation of the committee was also not...
but even the committee was made up of ministers.
No, it was made
Almost
up of institutions, ranking from a director level.
But mostly ministers as well.
Yes, so but we were suggesting that technical people should be on the committee. So we suggested the military, the police, Ghana Police Service, Immigration, Ghana Statistical Service, Food and Drug, Ghana Standards Authority, Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Trade and Industry itself, and then Ministry of Agriculture. People with technical background, not interest group like ours, or even AGI should be on the committee. Because we are all interest groups. And if you put me there, definitely I'll find a way of influencing 4 or 5 of the committee members to suit my interest. You understand? So AGI, they are in the production side. We are in the import side. But even we that are importing into the country, we are saying that we don't want to be on the committee. How do you put AGI on the committee? Somebody who has been an opposing factor for import into the country. Meanwhile, they are lacking in terms of production and capacity. You understand? So we are calling 4 technical people to form the committee. And if you look at it again, if you look at the document they submitted to the IMF, page 74, 75 of the document, is saying that you can't restrict imports. It's Ghana that draft the document and send it to the IMF. It's not IMF that asked Ghana to say that in the page of that document. So what are you going to do now? And what we should be careful of is our external, people that we do business with, in terms of getting loans and so forth and so on. If you are putting on these restrictions to, let's say, a country like Holland, where all our chickens are coming from, Belgium, all some of the frozen foods are coming from, and you are saying you are putting restrictions, and it's the same people that you've gone to for loans and so forth and so on. What do you think technically they can do to hurt the country? So in all these brouhaha around the ally, we should sit down and make sure all areas that will put the country in danger are checked.
Are you interested in the country also, building the capacity of production or for production?
Look, we have over the time advocating for government, intent of building this capacity. All right? Government should intentionally think of doing it, that these are the commodities that come into the country, and I'm going to go in for it. It hasn't happened. We've not seen it. If you are saying we should restrict rice right away, do you know the chaos you can create?
Yeah, but sometimes, with countries who take such harsh decisions, I'm sure it gets to a point where there's shortage, but for the policy or the harsh nature of the policy, you have to deal with it.
That is why we are saying we are not against. If we are all ready that when the hardship comes, no one should be blamed. For that matter, traders. Okay? We are ready to go in for it. Let's all go through it. At the end of the day, it is not us, the traders, who will go after policymakers. It is Ghanaians. We are trying to advocate for the right pillars to be built. I think we were all, witnesses to when Russia bombed Ukraine, Salus, where they have their maize and so forth stored. You saw a village of Salus. Because rice, if you work on rice and you said that, from the farm it is coming to the market, it doesn't work like that. You need to put it somewhere for it to mature, for at least for a year, so that you can actually, experience a complete dryness.
So is it possible that those of you who are all in the import business will be looking inwards and see, governments seem to be having this body posture. Can we divert our investments from importing into production so that we can help government, since you also, are encouraging government in terms of local production, so you help with the government deliberate efforts in securing products that are,
we've started already. It's unfortunate that when I was on my way here, it was in a rush. I would have brought in a local rice in a very fine package that Ghanaians should patronize. It's coming from a journalist like you. It's coming from his farm. And we are ready. It's not that we are not ready. You see, Traders Advocacy Group Ghana is the only association that have actually put traders on database. So if we are to have things like this Levivi rice that the person brought to us, right now we are almost done getting buyers for him. All that we are saying is, if the local production people come to us that this is what we have, we'll also be able to channel it through to our traders for them to sell. But this is the situation, you don't even see it, that we have such products in the country.
I'm pressed with time, so I'm sure you are satisfied with the booting out of the LI.
No, it's not booted out. They have suspended it partially for it to be realigned.
But we have an IMF condition. You know, we can't do anything about
That is the issue that we've raised now, and I don't know how,
Exactly.
if they will talk behind the scenes and make sure that it can be pushed through. As for that one, it's up to them. But they should consider certain aspects of the LI and then make sure at the end of the day, it doesn't give room for corruption and for that matter shortage.
Yeah.
Else the country will be in trouble.
And I will leave it here.
Yeah.
I think within a short time you said a lot. So that's Nana OPOKU. He's the General Secretary for Traders Advocacy Group, Ghana. And they were against some, clauses that were contained in the LI that currently, I don't know, I say booted out, but it's hanging. I don't know if it's been thrown out. But that's what